When I think of all the things in life that should have broke me, fractured, splintered, should have thrown me, threw me a lifeline, painful perspective, broke new ground. A little ground burrowed and blocked, I had no choice but to wait. So I waited. I waited down. I waited so long at that crossing that my diaries, they H2O'd me. I waited so long that my magic 8 ball became my confidant. And when the outlook was hazy and not so good, no matter how much I wished, I confided in my fortune fish. My only armour was my mallet's mallet. Dear Deirdre, mystic Meg, always read, never missed. I waited so long at that crossing that I cross-stitched a bridge, made a book so I could word-search my puzzle to unmuzzle my word game, to understand that nothing is ever black and white. And whilst I didn't quite fit in the grey, shady boxes between words, I stayed within those lines. On a diagonal loop, not ready to read between mine, I stayed there until pain returned what it took, on loan to barricade what I wasn't ready to glance or look. There were cross words and cross ways and intersected blame, but I couldn't cut corners, laid me out costly. The outlay was a family not ready to hear what I had to say. I was a genius at bottling things up and sweeping things under the carpet. That old sentiment saw my carpet levitating with sediment. Sweeping dregs nervously into my system systematically taught me that feelings, they don't matter. Being vulnerable will only cut the circuit to the power of the powerhouse you built. I had a contingency plan to never let my guard down. Regardless, feelings, they show weakness. But if we believe that weak is less, when sometimes weak brings more, then more is less. We'll be inclined to get this shit off our chest. I am sorry if saying I feel instead of I think makes you feel awkward. Words are for the people who do not say how they feel. What makes you stronger can bloody kill. Underground? I was mindful to mind my gap, exhumed, fill me up with words less cryptic, because the wrong kind of silence rots away. And that fighting spirit, that driving force, the will to win it, the fire to stay the course, belittles the truth and leaves things unsaid, blurs the lines of who you let in your bed. When the dust had done settling, the pain had not. My pain went deeper into the pain that caused it in the first place, winning accolade, laden were lead. Corrosive material inside my body, inside my head. Space brings clarity, clearing land over trodden farmed, a fruitful, forgiving kind of pen. Penny for them? My thoughts will leave you penniless. Penknife repointed my quill and showed I had a will to hear, pensively painstaking with penance at the pen's tip. My pen is holstered to my hip. You cannot dissolve the ink in me. You could place my poetry into water after reading and it would not disinter. Great things come out of patience. Because armed with courage, I made a way and I burnt the bridges that no longer serve me in the present day. Troubled water, it can still hydrate you. Run deep, moisten the mind at the water's edge, pour onto poorly understood concealments. Oh, I waited at that crossing. I waited until pain showed up. I waited until pain showed itself to be a part of me, and I met pain at that crossing, handed over my worn-out tools, and we played a game of Scrabble. Unscrambled feelings, feelings need feeding. I am the boss of my own board meeting. No game will scrabble me herein, because there's no anagram in I.